Here is a list of 10 things I actually hate about studying architecture and why you may regret actually majoring in it. Hey guys, it's your girl Nat here. Here is a list of 10 things that I hate about studying architecture. Number 1, I don't sleep. It's just normal for me to function on 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night. The nights when I got 7 to 10 hours, I almost want to cry because it feels so good. Not sleeping is a part of the architecture culture, and I really wish it wasn't, because it is honestly heartbreaking. I think when people allot time to literally sleep 8 hours a night, just your quality of life is that much more improved. And I've mentioned this in several videos before, but I literally do not sleep.
I hate that.
2, you are under constant criticism. I've also mentioned this in previous videos. The feeling that you are not good enough, this isn't the major for you. You lack motivation because you're constantly getting
Roasted.
at reviews for stuff that you've genuinely put your heart and soul into trying to produce good work. Your professors don't see that. Nobody sees it. Your peers do, when you just cannot get inspired or you can't get a good design and you get absolutely roasted. And it's hard and it takes a mental toll. Number 3, my back hurts. Like all the time. It hurts. Just from always being slouched over my desk, always working, and especially if I'm pulling an all-nighter, my back will literally kill. I am only 23 years old. I feel like I should not be having this many back issues. Go find yourself a nice chiropractor. Thinking of you. Number 4, you will not get paid well. You are not going to be making Frank Gehry money right after graduation. Instead, you're going to have to work just as hard, just like you did in school. I feel like you're always working for something. You aren't satisfied in where you are in life right now. You're always working towards that next point. I was an undergrad, so I worked hard to get into grad school because that was my next step. And now I'm working hard. That way I graduate grad school and are able to either get a PhD or work at a really prestigious firm, because that's what I want to do. I feel like sometimes I have to take a step back and actually enjoy my journey. Number 5, it takes about 5 to 7 years just in schooling to even be in the architecture game on your way to licenseship. Then it takes another 2 years just to be an intern. It's almost like we're becoming doctors. We're becoming doctors of buildings. I mean, it's a really cool concept. I really like it, but it takes so long. It takes so long. Furthermore, if you are working at a firm, sometimes working 8 to 5 isn't long enough. You aren't a team player. You need to stay there past 5. You need to say no to hanging out with your friends after work. They want workaholics, essentially, and it's really hard to find a good balance between work and play. That's why time management is essential in architecture school and in the field as a whole. Whether you're in school, you're being compared to your peers. As standalone projects, anyone can look at it and be like, wow, this is fantastic. But your peer might have not slept for 2 weeks and they produce amazing, incredible work. But you're being compared to that level because they were able to accomplish so much in such a short period of time. But because you chose to go home and sleep for 5 hours, your work is viewed at a lesser level. Number 7, feeling rejected. It kind of coincides with the last point. You apply to architecture school, you get rejected. You apply to firms, you get rejected. You may get rejected for study abroad trips. You may feel rejected by friends because you're spending so much time in architecture. Facing rejection is just a part of my life now. It's made me a stronger person. It also made me learn to care less about the little things, because I now realize my life is going to go through twists and turns and it's not going to go the way I plan it to. Learning to cope with rejection is one of the biggest flexes ever. Number 8, it is expensive. The cost of software, the cost of flying, because you're probably going to have to travel to the site if you're working at a firm. When you're a student and you're encouraged to travel, traveling's expensive. It's really fun, but it's expensive. Architecture school alone is expensive. I'm going to an Ivy League and it has that sticker price. Even though I got a scholarship, I'm still in grad school, and some of my undergraduate friends have full-time jobs, but I'm still working and grinding away in grad school. Number 9 is that school seems more fun than the real world. You aren't going to be designing these incredible organic forms and geometries. You're going to be designing residential houses or commercial buildings or hospitals or schools or supermarkets or Amazon warehouses. You aren't going to be a big shot architect, and you aren't going to be making money like Zaha Hadid is. Not yet. And school is more fun because you get to think, even though thinking's really hard and you are under constant comparison and you feel like you don't sleep, you get to be more creative. And that's the part of architecture I love. Number 10, but mostly I hate the way I don't hate architecture. Not even close, not even a little bit, not even at all. Not even at all. I do generally still love architecture. Keep you guys updated on how my journey's going. YouTube's been pretty cool actually, because I feel like I now have this online video library of just like my journey, sharing advice with you guys and whatnot, and it's been really cool. So anyway, if you're new here, my name's Natalie Perry. I'm an architecture student at University of Pennsylvania. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. Getting a new subscriber always means so much to me, and I feel like I work really hard on these videos, just trying to share my love of architecture with you guys. I know this is more of a negative video, but please consider subscribing. That's it for today. Till next time, love you guys.